I met the Sydney Grace Church, which is part of the Good News Mission, in 2015. That time I just came to Australia from Singapore. Actually, I was born in China. When I was 9 years old, I moved to Singapore with my mom for education purposes. But we're away from my extended family. So growing up, I've been feeling very lonely, but also trying to act very strong and independent and try to act to be a good girl in the worldly definitions. So fast forward to my life in Singapore, I was in an environment that's focused a lot on Buddhist beliefs. So since young, I would visit the temple, we would burn incense, also pay respect for the dead. But until a certain age during my teenage years, I couldn't bring myself to do that anymore because I don't see a purpose of that. I don't see a meaning to that anymore. And in my heart, I felt that it was meaningless. So I told my mom, who would bring me to the temple, that I'll follow you there. You could go in and pay your respect and burn the incense and whatnot, but I will stand outside and wait for you. So since then, I've been saying to other people, when they ask me what religion are you from, I would say I'm a free thinker. And I would just be paying respect to all the different religions that I come across. I have friends from Buddhism, Taoism, Christianity, also Muslim backgrounds, but I never really had any interest to go deeper into finding a religion or faith. However, everything changed in my life when I had some family issues and I was in great difficulties in my heart. I felt the world as if it's crumbled down. I felt that, why am I living in this world? I don't know the purpose of my life. I felt that I have lost the people that would love me. So I was really empty in my heart. I was trying to search for something, which I don't know what it is back then. I was trying to search for something that will anchor my heart. If I could describe my heart, the status of my heart then, it would be like a boat drifting in the great ocean that's drifting and there is no aim to it, but it wants a home. So, and then towards the last few years of my life in Singapore, I was completing my high school studies and I was alone there. So my mom came to Australia first. I spent about 2 years alone over there, trying to live normally, trying to be independent, taking care of myself. But it was really hard, and including the family issues back then, my heart just really crumbled down. And something I really appreciated was that my friends would invite me to family gatherings, for example. But it also hurts me the most because I feel the emptiness after I come back from it, that I was all alone in this world. And I really wanted to follow my mom to Australia after I graduate, and I did. So I came and I started university studies, and somehow I could meet the International Youth Fellowship Australia. They have a student society established in the University of Sydney. That time I was interested in overseas volunteering, and my friend, she actually introduced me to there, and I listened to the welcome message given by the IYF society director back then. And something he said really captured me, which was, in IYF you learn how to give up. I was captured by that because it was very different from what I hear in the world. I didn't comprehend fully what he means back then, but I wanted to find out more. I was really curious because they started talking about the heart. They used mindset lectures to expose the different layers about the human heart, the world of the heart. And they touched on topics such as wounds of the heart. I got to realize why I'm sad, why I feel lonely, and also the ways to overcome it. I know that it's a Christian-based organization from the beginning, but because my heart was searching for something, I was very open-minded. So I continued to stay there every week. As they opened the Bible as well, I don't know why, I just felt very peaceful, even though I wasn't religious back then. They would show me verses in the Bible. And fast forward about 6 months later, I was invited to the summer retreat in 2016. That was in January. And I attended the gospel class in there. The word that really touched my heart was that Jesus, He has taken away all of my sins, the sin of the world. And before He finished His last breath on the cross, He said, "It is finished." I remember that the pastor who was preaching, he had something in his hand. He said, "Everyone, hold something in your hand." And he said, "You can pass that on to another hand," right? So the same way, you had sin in your hand, but you have passed on your sin to Jesus. And now, do you have sin or not in your heart? It's a very simple concept, but back then I could accept that. I was very, very thankful as well to be able to attend the summer retreat. And what came as an explanation after that as well is that Jesus not only taken your sin away, but He has taken all your problems, all your sadness, all the things that's in your heart that's troubling you, all your worries. He has taken away everything because He is your Lord now. You're no longer the slave of sin, but now you're the slave of righteousness. So like that, I could receive salvation and come to acknowledge now that I am a Christian. I got baptized there as well. And as I follow the church and listen to the word and be guided by the pastors, I could discover more and learn more about spiritual life and faith. So as I was doing the works of the church, listening to the word, it helped me grow as well. Every day I'm still discovering new things in my faith. And over the years, I realized how everyone, even though we can try hard to not sin, but God looks at us with His standards, not the standard of human. God says, if you curse at your brother, then you already murdered him. But what's our standard of murder in the human world? You have to shed the blood and kill somebody, that's murder. So in that sense, I am a murderer already. So I realized, right, no matter how hard I try to not sin, how hard I try to become a good girl, become a righteous person, it doesn't matter. It won't matter because the work of myself is less valuable than the work of Jesus. If I could wash away my sins, then Jesus didn't have to die for me on the cross. It's precisely because I couldn't, with my own efforts. That's why Jesus came to the world, and by the grace of God, we could call ourselves righteous now because He has taken away the sin of the world. So I'm very, very, very thankful to come to know this truth through the Good News Mission Church, and also continuously I'm learning every day as well. Thank you.